Scorching hot temperatures have people flocking to the beach to cool off, but they're not finding much relief. That's because the Gulf temperatures are warm too.
Meteorologists say the water temperature is about 5 degrees warmer right now than normal across the Gulf of Mexico and the Southwest Atlantic, so people don't really feel cooler when they step into the surf. Wink News environmental reporter Liz Biro joins us live with this. Liz, how does the warmer air and the water temperatures all play into how hot it feels out there?
Warmer water temperatures means more moisture and more humidity, making it tougher for those here on Fort Myers Beach today, and it's not easy for our marine life in the Gulf as well. On Fort Myers Beach Tuesday, there were not too many people without an umbrella.
The shade is nice.
It cools me off when I'm sitting here in the shade, but in the sun, it's way too hot.
But an umbrella and a little shade can't protect anyone from the intense humidity. John Matthews is from Arizona. He feels the heat difference.
Albuquerque's warm and dry. Very dry, and it's hot and humid here, which is very difficult.
And a dip in the Gulf doesn't help much when the water temperature is nearly 93 degrees. It feels like a bath.
The warmer the water is, the more evaporation you get. So, and that's actually an additional consequence of these heat wave events.
University of Miami scientist Dr. Enrique Montes told me all the habitats and organisms in the water are also being pushed to their limits.
If we're talking about benthic habitats or organisms that grow on the seafloor, like corals and seagrasses, they're going to be exposed to elevated temperatures, which compromises their ability to thrive in this environment.
It can lead to coral bleaching, and if the marine heat wave lasts long enough, Jackie Delacour with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association's Coral Reef Watch program says it can lead to coral death, impacting the organisms that live and thrive around them.
It can change fish migration patterns. It can change marine mammal migration patterns. But so long as a coral reef is unhealthy and unbalanced, the fish are not going to be there.
And while some organisms struggle, others can thrive, like red tide.
With very warm waters, some bacterial communities tend to thrive, and we see blooms of cyanobacteria and other types of pathogenic microbes that may affect organisms in different ways.
Jackie Delacour says her big concern is how early these marine heat waves are occurring. The longer these heat waves last, the lower the ability for our coastal ecosystems like corals to recover. And sadly, these warm water temperatures are expected to continue. Live on Fort Myers Beach, Liz Biro, Wink News.
All right, thank you very much, Liz.